Hi everybody, Mr. C here. Okay, ticking test and the tiger. We're going to have a quick look at this again, see how many words you managed to get with the t sound. Now in the passage that we read, I think there were 9. The passage was ticking Tess was in a terrible temper. She had made a nice treacle tart and put it out to cool on a tray in the garden. But when she went back to get it, her beautiful tart had teeth marks in it. And we had ticking, Tess, terrible, temper, treacle, tart, two, tray and teeth. And that makes 9. Okay? Did you get them all? Bet you did. Put your pencils down for now. When we get to the end of our next book, there'll be some more for you to do there. So, next letter after T. Ready? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U. And after U comes V. And we're going to look at V as well in this story because it's Uppy Umbrella in the Volcano Valley. Uppy Umbrella looked out of her kitchen window and smiled happily. The sun shone brightly and a butterfly fluttered by on the warm breeze. A perfect wash day, she thought. Soon Uppy was up to her elbows in soapy suds as she rubbed and scrubbed her clothes in the wash tub. Hum-ti-tum-ti-tum-tum and rub-ti-tub-tub, she hummed as bubbles floated up around her. But in the garden, the gentle breeze had turned into a blustery wind. Oh, do stay still, Uppy grumbled as she struggled to peg her washing onto the clothesline. Suddenly, a strong gust of wind pushed Uppy Umbrella right into the air. Put me down, cried Uppy, but the wind wouldn't listen. With a whoosh, it blew her right out of the garden. Up, up, up she went, until she found herself blowing right over the Letterland Castle. Poor Uppy Umbrella. 1 minute she was right side up, the next minute she was upside down. The wind was having lots of fun, but Uppy was not enjoying herself. She was very upset. Now far below she could see the docks. There was Mr. O busy on the docks with Oscar Orange and Lucy by the lighthouse. Help! Help! called Uppy. I'm blowing away! But no one could hear her. Her voice was lost on the blustery wind. Soon the castle and the docks were far behind her. Uppy was swept high above a deep valley full of violets. A thick carpet of beautiful flowers stretched as far as the eye could see. The wind swept her on. Now the sides of the valley were steeper. A vivid flash of light lit up the sky. A thundering rumble filled the air. Flashes and rumbles, cried Uppy. It's the old volcano spitting again. The wind swept her closer and closer until Uppy landed, thump, bump, bump, right on the side of the volcano. Uppy tried to jump up, but the end of her umbrella was stuck in a small tunnel. Just my luck, muttered Uppy. Then she heard a muffled voice mumbling below her. What a hubbub! What a hullabaloo! It fussed. The voice was coming from the tunnel. Uppy could feel something pushing her. With each push, the small voice grunted, ah, 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 ah. But the pushing and the grunting did no good. Uppy was still stuck fast. Next, Uppy heard a scrabbling noise. All of a sudden, an unhappy little face poked out of the ground. It was a vole, and he was very upset. Look at all this dust and mud, you've messed up my home, he grumbled. I am very sorry, said Uppy Umbrella. The blustery wind just blew me here and I couldn't stop. Well, you'll have to go, said the Vole. You're blocking my tunnel. He took hold of Uppy's handle and tugged with all his might, but it was no good. She was still stuck fast. Uppy was uncomfortable and unhappy. She would be stuck here forever. She thought of home and her washing on the line. She remembered her journey high above Letterland. Then she remembered how she was swept over the Valley of Violets. Of course, she cried. Vase of Violets lives near here. She'll know what to do. The little Vole volunteered to find her. Then he scampered off down the side of the volcano. Soon the Vole reached the Valley of Violets. He scurried in and out and over and under the smiling flowers. In very soft voices, the violets whispered the way to Vase of Violets' home. Their velvet petals stroked his fur as he hurried along. At last he reached the place where the violets grew thickest of all. There, in the middle of a large circle of flowers, stood Vase of Violets, nodding gently. Welcome, little Vole, she murmured. My violets told me you were coming. How can I help you? Quickly, the Vole explained his problem. Oh, how very vexing for you both, said Vase of Violets. But I have an idea. Vase of Violets turned her face to the sky, and with a voice like violin music she called, Fern and Vulture, are you there? Everyone gazed upwards. A large black shadow swept overhead with wings flapping. A huge vulture landed beside them. The little Vole shivered nervously. Don't be nervous, laughed Vase of Violets. Vernon wouldn't hurt a fly. The vulture swiveled his head to face the Vole and winked. Quickly, Vase of Violets explained her plan. Vernon Vulture gently gripped her vase in his large claws. The Vole scrabbled onto his back, and together they flew off up the valley. Back on the volcano, Uppy Umbrella was still very upset. Suddenly, she saw a small speck high in the sky. Soon, the vulture, the vole, and the vase were hovering right above her. Tip me up, ordered Vase of Violets. Pour water from my vase. It will loosen the earth around Uppy's umbrella. Then she will come unstuck. The plan worked beautifully. Uppy laughed as she struggled up out of the mud. What an unusual rescue! Thank you very, very much. The wind had died down now, and the volcano was quiet too. Uppy remembered her washing. Her clothes would be nice and dry by now. I must be on my way, everybody, she said. Would you like a lift? Asked Vernon hopefully. Vulture Voyagers, at your service. No thanks, laughed Uppy as she waved goodbye. I think I can trust the wind to behave this time. Well, I hope she was right. And she was. The end. She did get herself home again. Gosh, that was a great adventure for her, being blown like that by the wind, but I guess it got a bit scary when it just got too strong. Right. Let's find a nice bit here. Not that page, that's not very good. Next page. Okay, here we go. How many words starting with the sound can you hear? Like umbrella, up. But in the garden the gentle breeze had turned into a blustery wind. Oh, do stay still, Uppy grumbled as she struggled to peg her washing on the clothesline. Suddenly a strong gust of wind pushed Uppy Umbrella right into the air. Put me down, cried Uppy, but the wind wouldn't listen. With a whoosh, it blew her right out of the garden. Up, up she went, until she found herself blowing right over the Letterland castle. And that was quite a lot of words there. So did you manage to find some? Best of luck. We'll find out tomorrow when we read our next story in the Letterland series. Okay, so it's goodbye from my umbrella, who's landed safely, and it's goodbye from Mr. C. Take care. Bye-bye.